Hello guys, welcome to this video. Today I would like to show you my new game. It's called RONE Invasion. It's a dice building and a deck building game. It features these unique dice where each side of the dice has 3 removable screws. You can replace the dummy one with colored ones to improve your dice during the game. These dice are a resource management tool, so you just roll with these dice and use these symbols to play a card from your deck. The cards in your deck here in the upper left corner has these colored symbols you need to have on your dice to be able to play them. There are 5 types of or 5 colors: blue, red, purple, green and a yellow. You start the game with 4 dice, and each of these dice has 5 these colors on 5 sides, and the 6th side is a blank. So it's something like a miss. So this is how you build your dice, and it is also a deck builder. It's a classic deck builder where you start with the 10 cards in your deck, and during the game you buy a new cards from the market. It's called the training center here, and you put them into your discard pile, and once you draw your whole deck, you reshuffle all your cards and recreate your deck, and you battle until someone dies. So each player, or this is a 1v1 version of the game, but this game also has a solo mode and a cooperative version. Each player is represented by a hero. It has some special abilities. The hero has some armor and a health. The goal of this game is to reduce the health of your opponent to 0. The hero starts at the level 1, and during the game you can level up your hero to get access to much better effects and cards. So now I will show you how the turn of the game looks like, how it's played. It's really simple. It has 5 phases. In the first phase you draw as many cards as you want, at least 1. So it has a small push your luck element, because you want to draw that many cards you think you are able to play by your dice, because cards you cannot play during the turn are exhausted, and each exhausted card deals you 1 damage. Yeah, so you don't want to lose the damage, lose your life. So you draw some cards. This is the first phase. So for example, I will draw these 4 cards. Then you roll with your dice. You roll some symbols. Now you can start to play these cards. So what you can do with your card? There are 2 options. You can play the card. For example, this card, it has 2 question mark symbols. It means it can be any color you want. In this case, you need a green, blue, or yellow and red. So in this case, I am not able to play this card. So first, you can play the card. So you spend that color from your pool and play the card, and it triggers its effect. So you deal 1 damage to your opponent, so it loses 1 armor, and it generates 2 spare parts. 1, 2. These spare parts are the most important resource in the game, because spending these spare parts or using these spare parts, you can buy cards from your market, you can buy a new screws to improve your dice and so on. I will tell you later what you can do, but they are really important. So it generates the 2 spare parts, deal 1 damage. Now I can exhaust. Now the second option, what you have is recycling. You can recycle a card, put it here, so you exhaust that card, and now you can choose to get a discount token on one of your card. Each card on the market has this price, so when it is a 0, you can buy that card. It's simple. So you can put a discount token here, or you can re-roll one of your dice to get a chance to play another card from your hand. So in this case, I will rather put a discount token here, another discount token, and play this card by using these 2 resources. And deal 1 damage and get 1 spare part. But if you play a card, you can choose to overpay. And overpaid, and all symbols you use to overpay are stored here, and they can be later used. If you have 2 symbols of the same color, you can use them and get that color, so you can pay the card from your hand, or you can use them both to trigger the effect of that color. Yeah, you can deal a damage, get a health, and other stuffs. So this is what you can do during 1 turn. So now I have 3 spare parts. So what you can do with them? Spending 1 spare part, you can put a one discount token on your card. Spending 2 spare parts, you can buy a new card from recruitment deck and put it into your training center. So you always draw 3 cards and choose one you want the most, and you can put it here. With 3 spare parts, you can buy a new screw and put it into your die. So in this case, I will spend these 3 and replace one of this symbol by the green one, so I am much more likely to roll green. So that was the 3rd phase, when you play or recycle a card and using your spare parts. The last 2 phases are that you exhaust all cards from your hand that left in your hand. Sometimes they might left, so you have to exhaust them. And you destroy all your spare parts. So if there are something left, it has to be destroyed. So you cannot accumulate the spare parts. You have to use them all during each turn. So now my turn is over and my opponent can play. There is another of my turn, so I draw 1, 2, 3, for example, these 4 cards. Again, I roll. Okay, I have a lot of greens, but I don't have any I stored so now, okay, I will exhaust this card and re-roll one of these dice. Okay, it's a purple. I play a purple card, deal 2 damage to my opponent, get 1 spare part. I'm using this. I play this card, it gives me any resource. So for example, a yellow one. And I overpay this card by these 2 green and 1 blue symbol. So I store 2 green and 1 blue. And I recycle this card and put a discount token here. So now I can buy this card, put it into my discard pile. I use this one spare part to reduce the price of this card by 1. And that's it. Now I draw these last 2 cards. I roll. So now I play a blue and a purple and deal 4 damage to my opponent and get the 2 spare parts. I use 1 green. I use another green to play this card that gives me a 3 armor. I get another 2 spare parts and I overpaid by the blue. Now I use these 2 blues and I can put my level +1 topmost exhausted cards back into my graveyard. So I put these 2 cards into my graveyard. Why? Because now at the end of the turn, when I see this, I have to execute all these effects. The first effect is that I give my opponent X resource of their choice, where X is equals to their level, so they get 1 resource of their choice. They also get 1 discount token of their choice, and decrease the handicap of their hero by 5. What's the handicap? Handicap is the price of leveling up your hero. So when you have a 6, when you get a 6 spare parts in 1 turn, you are able to level up. So basically it improves all your basic abilities and some effects on the cards, uses the level of your hero to be much more powerful. So you decrease the handicap level, so your opponent is much more likely to level up. You take the damage equals to your exhausted card. So now I take 2 damage. It's a direct damage. And now I reshuffle all my cards, create a new deck, and I can play again and again until someone is defeated. So it was in a nutshell how the game works, what are all these mechanisms in the game. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you soon in the playthrough. Bye!